In this video, I'm gonna show you another way to make money with runes, souls, relics and Albion shards, how you can gamble in Albion Online and make bank. I personally do not encourage gambling, but if you're gonna do it anyways, let me show you the correct way so you do not go broke. So what is melding? You can use runes, souls, relics and Albion shards to roll for artifacts in the artifact foundry, and this process is called melding. So why melding is a money-making method? It has to do with the market, because some artifacts sell at a very high price, far more than the raw materials that is needed. It is a random rolls, so higher value artifacts can give massive profit margins. If you check supply and demand, high tier content and new meta shifts always drive for new artifact demand, and it also is an easy entry for new players with no crafting specialization needed, no premium needed, and anyone can meld. You can sell the runes relics for cheap by putting buy order, and you can just meld the items and you can sell the artifacts for profit. We do our melding at the artifact foundry. You can know this by this icon here and also the hammer symbol. In every city you will find artifact foundry. You will also find it in your hideout and also in the portal zones in the black zone. You can see in the portal zone, here is the artifact foundry. So at the artifact foundry, if you go to the first tab, it will say meld, and here you can select the tier you want to meld, the tier of the runes that you have, and the second one, the type of things that you want to meld. If you have runes, you can select runes. If you have souls, you have to select soul. If you have relic, you have to select relic, and if you have Albion shard, you have to select Albion shard. And the third row, it will give you option to select between warrior items, the warrior artifacts, the mage artifacts, the hunter artifacts, and all of them together. So it comes out as tier 4, Albion shard, and all the Albion shard artifacts here. If you go to tier 5, runes and warrior, then it will show you tier 5 artifacts, warrior artifacts that you can craft with the runes. If you select the souls, then it will show you the artifacts that you can craft with the souls, and likewise with the relics and shards. One thing to note here, if you select a specific warrior, hunter or mage type, then you will need 50 of the items or base materials, that is runes, souls or relics. But if you select all of them together on the last one here, then you will need only 36 of them. So this is kind of a discount, and also there is a cons for it, because there are a lot of cheap artifacts that you do not want, but you will get them anyways. That's why it is 36. But oftentimes this will generate more profit than crafting directly from the short ones. So with this out of the way, let's start melding. First, we are gonna meld with runes. So I'm gonna buy 2 stacks of runes and check how fair we do with the runes. So here I have 2 stacks of runes, and I'm gonna go to the artifact foundry. At the artifact foundry, we're gonna go to the meld tab and we're gonna select all. Here you can see all the artifacts that we can craft, and you can see it requires 36 number of runes. We can see that crafting a single one, it requires 50 runes, but we're not gonna go into it. We're gonna select all and hit the meld button here. We're also gonna keep an eye on the value of our inventory. As you can see, it shows a little bit of loss in our inventory, around 3000 silver, but that's alright. We're gonna be salvaging our low value items anyways. Salvaging these artifacts will give us 10 runes back, and it will give us some silver as well. So for 10 runes, the price comes to be around 130 to 140 silver. So we are gonna be salvaging any artifact that is lower than 200 or 300 silver. After putting all the high tier items in the sell order, we are left with these ones. These ones are really cheap, around 100 to 250 silver. So now we are gonna go to the repair station. At the repair station, go to the third tab, which is called salvage. Here you can input all your artifacts that you do not want and salvage them. This will give you some silver and the runes back. So now we have managed to get back some silver and runes instead of the low value artifacts, and this will reduce our losses. Now we are gonna try with souls. I'm gonna buy 1 stack of souls. And now let's go to the artifact foundry. Here in the artifact foundry, we are gonna select souls and we are gonna select all, and we're gonna hit the meld button. After melding, we can see that our inventory value has increased quite a lot. So now we are gonna go and repeat the same process where we are gonna sell the high value artifacts and salvage the lower value ones. We purchased the soul for around 84 silvers. So we are gonna salvage any artifacts that is lower than 840 silver or 900 silver and sell the rest of the artifacts. Here I found out that no one is selling demonic scraps, so I can set the sell order value myself. I checked the last price, which is around 1100 silver, so I can sell them for around 2000 silver myself. After that, I put sell order for all the artifacts. There were not really too many cheap ones, so I can just put sell order and not go into losses. Next up, we're gonna buy some relics. I decided to buy 1 stack of relics and roll them for artifacts. In the artifact foundry, we're gonna select relic and we're gonna select all and press the meld button. We can see that our inventory value has increased a little bit, but we should not trust this. We should go to the market and check for ourselves. We are gonna repeat the process. We are gonna sell the high value items and we are gonna salvage the lower value artifacts. We can see the price for relic is around 685. So anything less than 7000 silver, we will just salvage them. Here you can see again that no one is selling the keeper assets. The last sold amount was around 78k silver, so I'm gonna sell them at around 99k. So this is another way you will be making profit and you will not even know it because it doesn't show up on your inventory value. So now we are gonna put everything on sell order other than the ones that are very cheap. The cheap ones we will be salvaging. So after putting everything on sell order, we are left with these artifacts. Now we are gonna go to the artifact. Now we are gonna go to the repair station and salvage these items. And we're gonna get some of our relics back and some silver along with it. We are gonna do this with the Albion shards. Let's buy some of them. I have bought around 790 of them. That should do. So let's go to the artifact foundry. At the artifact foundry, we're gonna select the shard and we're gonna select all and hit the meld button. After melding, we can see our inventory value has almost doubled. But again, let's go to the market and check it out. We purchased our shards for around 360 silver. So anything less than 3600 or 4000 silver we will be salvaging. Other than that, all the high value artifacts we will sell as sell order. After putting all the sell orders, we can see that we are left with these 2 artifacts that are quite cheap and lower than 4000 silver each. So we're just gonna salvage them and recover our silver just a little bit. So you can see after all this melding, we are not really going into losses. We are making some silver and this is only tier 4 runes, relics and shards. So imagine if you are doing a higher tier items like tier 7, tier 8, you're gonna be making a lot more profit than this one. So how to maximize your profit? You should always put buy order for these base materials in the market, and this way you will be able to reduce the investment you are doing. You should check all the cities. Sometimes one city has a lower price for the base materials and sometimes it has a higher value for the artifacts, especially if it has a city bonus for it. For example, Martluck has a bonus for access, so you will see the price for the artifact that is used to craft realm breakers, which is called Apollonian Battle Memoir. This sells at a high price in Martluck than any other cities. So if you are melding and if you find this artifact, so you should consider selling it in Martluck rather than selling it any other city. You can combine this with crafting. If you have specs, you can use this artifact to craft items and this way you can double your profit. If you want to learn how to craft these items, I have made a guide about this in this channel. You can check the video here. I'll put that link in the description below. Finally, you can salvage the low value artifacts and get back your runes, souls, relics or shards along with some amount of silver. You only get 10 of those base materials back, so you should calculate your profit or losses. Melding and salvaging together gives you a low risk, high control way to generate silver in Albion Online. You're playing the economy instead of the battlefield, and with smart market checks you can keep the method profitable forever. If this helped, drop a like, share it with your friends, or check my other silver making guides. I'll put all the links in the description below. And finally, put a subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.